Initiating startup sequence.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are now plugged in.
Hey guys, and thank you for tuning in. This is episode 226 of the Plug and Play podcast. I'm your host Zach, and alongside me, as always, is Tim.
Welcome, minions.
This week, guys, first half Tasty Treats is brought to us by, I can't remember the name of the beer, or whiskey.
First of all, it's not a beer.
It's a whiskey.
Changing it up.
Yeah, we changed it up. Whiskey. It is, do you remember? I don't remember either.
Well, shoot.
Oh well.
Maybe if we remember, we'll tell you what it is at the break.
Yeah.
We finished off a bottle of something.
Yeah. Can't remember what it is, though.
It's a decent whiskey, too.
Yeah, it is.
That's what's
So cheers.
green bottle. Nice rocks you got, by the way.
That's what I've heard. Thank you. So Tim, what have you been up to in the past 2 weeks?
Well, a lot I don't really want to go into here, but you've been really helpful through it, and I just want to say thank you.
No worries.
And the reason we missed last week is largely due to the chaos in my life. I want to appreciate your support during that.
No worries.
I saw a lot of movies.
That's not bad for you.
Yeah, I can recommend 2 out of the 3. So, everyone should go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It's a great animated film. It's just funny. It's got great action, great animation. It's not like a tired old superhero story. Like, I think it goes places other movies really haven't. Like the Marvel formula, for example, is pretty, you can kind of know what you expect in one of those movies. But this is cool because it brought in all these different weird Spider-Men and women from alternate universes. And it was just really fun. It was a very fun movie. If I had to describe the movie in one word, that's what it would be, is fun.
Fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Does it have Spider Pig in it?
It does.
Oh.
It has Nicolas Cage playing this weird, like, detective-looking, like the 40s, like, noir detective, like the trench coat and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Spider-Man voiced by Nicolas Cage in black and white. There's a girl that has like a mech, like a spider mech. Crazy version of Spider-Man.
Huh. Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. I'm going to watch it again with my daughter when it comes out in video. It was really good.
I will watch it with you then.
Yeah, you will be welcome to come over when we get that. So, speaking of animated films, I watched one I did not like at all.
Tell me about it.
If you have small kids, maybe throw this one at them and then leave the room. It's called Smallfoot. It's the story of a society of Yeti that live way up on a mountain peak, obscured by clouds. And they have the society that is very closed, and they believe that the world was created by a giant space yak dropping a turd, and they live on the turd. And so Smallfoot are basically what they call us. Get it? Bigfoot, Smallfoot. And one day a pilot crashes on their little society and upturns everything. And it turns out that this myth that they have about, the mountain and the turd is all because of a past genocide where we tried to kill them all off. So,
oh shit,
nothing like genocide in a kids movie, right?
Exactly.
So I just didn't care for it. It's not.
By the way, the whiskey's called Elijah Craig.
Thank you.
Yep.
Elijah
Sorry.
Craig. I knew it was a name, too.
I had to jump in there. I was like, shit, it just came to me.
So yeah, it's perfectly fine for kids. A lot of pratfall humor. I did take offense to how they ruined David Bowie and Queen's song "Under Pressure."
Under pressure.
Yeah, they did an ad lib at a karaoke where they changed the words and
overpressure.
No, they just made completely different words to fit the scene that they were in. Like this guy was singing to a girl and he completely changed the words. I was just not down for that.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Anyway, enough about that movie.
Okay.
The last one I saw, which I would recommend to some people, but not all. Some people would find it
the
really...
Super Bowl?
No.
Oh.
First Man.
Ryan
Gosling plays Neil Armstrong, and it really follows his family life, not just his...
The gentleman who likes to punch people in the face. Call him a faker.
Actually, that's Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, God damn it.
He's cool, too. He's in the movie. He did punch people in the movie. But
He did?
Not in the movie.
Oh, I was going to say, holy shit.
No, Buzz Aldrin was
deja vu.
70 years old when he got accosted by a moon landing denier, and it straight up just cold cocked him.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Pretty epic.
He was actually... Buzz Aldrin was at the State of the Union address just last night.
Cool.
He's getting up there in years, but yeah, he's still badass. Anyway, this is about Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. The famous quote, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
3 steps for a midget.
It's
one
little
giant step for a small foot.
Okay, that's better. You're not supposed to call them midgets. Anyway, really good look at like his personal life, and like he is portrayed as like this really
like pre-outer space or
yeah,
post?
yeah. The first scene is like him on like this crazy like experimental jet, and it really shows him as like an engineer and a pilot, and his family life, and how impactful losing his daughter was. There's a really, I don't want to ruin it. There's a really sweet scene later in the movie that goes back to him dealing with the loss of his daughter. It's really cool, but it's a slow paced movie. You asked me if it was like a documentary. I would, yeah, it has kind of that feeling.
Sweet.
And it's not a documentary. It's a dramatization, but it goes, like deeper than most. It's not like, what's that movie where they like go and kill an asteroid, like go.
The fuck?
Bruce Willis came out a long time ago. Armageddon.
Asteroid Killer.
No, it's just not a Hollywood kind of movie. It's a drama. It's
Cool.
a slow, thoughtful drama, and that will really bore some people. But I found it really interesting. So yeah, that's First Man was the movies I saw, and the last thing was Super Bowl Sunday. I had to work, and no one wants to go out on Super Bowl Sunday. They want to stay home and watch the game. Although I heard it was kind of a boring game, and then the halftime show sucked. So maybe people should have gone out, but. I had an exceptionally slow night. I actually didn't even clock on for like 2 hours. But I brought my Switch with me, and thank God I did.
Hold on.
What?
There you go.
Yeah, I could give two shits about sports to begin with, but when sports like negatively impact my life, I get really super annoyed.
Yeah, I would too.
But, I mean, it was okay. I got to play my Switch. I got to play a lot of my Switch. I drained half the battery.
Wow, that's a lot of Switch time at work.
It's at least 2 hours. Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to that I could talk about. But speaking of sports, what have you been up to?
So I went to a lot of basketball games.
How many in the last 2 weeks?
2?
Okay.
Maybe 3?
Maybe 3.
I don't remember. Actually, oh shit, get your whiskey off of that.
Well, then don't put it on the couch.
Well, you haven't been here for 2 weeks, so. So we went to one. Oh yeah, this is the one. What the fuck was on top too? You asshole.
Well, don't put it on your couch, Dickweed, right where I set my whiskey down. He's holding a program that says Blazers or Rip City on it.
Yeah. So we got to go,
Ooh.
and we got to go front row, and we got all these autographs.
That's
and
cool.
I got my jersey autographed. I got all the
That
starting.
looks like Japanese, dude.
I know it kind of it's number 11.
Okay, but doesn't it look like
It does look like Japanese. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can tell he's white. White as a piece of paper. A white piece of paper. Yeah. So that was pretty fun. And
You sent pictures of like the little aisle where they were coming down and signing. That's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Never been that close to professional athletes before, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, that was basically.
Did they win the games you were?
We did.
All of
yeah,
them?
both of them.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're like on a 9-game home streak.
Sweet.
Worked a whole bunch. Had some of the 1-year warranty stuff from my house done.
Nice.
And they had to like bring a big tube up through the front door into the master, and then respray like attic like foam stuff
Okay.
up there.
Okay.
So I got to watch a big tube and then like pink shit fly up into the tube.
So a
from my
big
house.
tube went into your bedroom and sprayed pink shit everywhere.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm not really sure what the Super Bowl is, but I made nachos on Sunday. So
Like you don't care about football, or
exactly.
or they're not your teams, or you just don't care about football.
Just don't really care about football.
Well, we can agree on that.
Exactly. So that is what we did. I think. Oh, I did. Okay, so on my other podcast, I was gonna play this just to annoy you, because I got to play a copyright
What's your other podcast?
No, I'm not gonna say it. It's fine. But
What?
No,
Okay.
it's called Podcast Junkie. But so
I can't believe you passed an opportunity to promote it.
yeah.
Do
Well,
humans like overpaying with Verizon? Don't they know they can get the
played
third,
ads?
fourth, and fifth lines
Why
free
did
with
you play ads
Sprint?
in your
Yeah, that
podcast?
means Sprint's unlimited
Did you get
plan
paid
gives
for these
you
ads?
5 lines
I
for
did.
just
Yes,
$20
Verizon paid
per
me
month per line.
handsomely. We only play advertisements on Plug and Play Podcast because we use YouTube.
Son of a bitch.
So, I got to play copyrighted music finally. I've been like, I guess like technically they could like, I guess they could hit me for copyright like on using other people's podcast audio. but that doesn't happen so much. But I got to play copyrighted music on the episode, so podcast drinking might officially get like it's cherry popped a podcast.
So,
thingies.
were you playing a segment from someone else's podcast that had this music in it?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of a... Well, for our next segment, I think we should play some music that may or may not be copyrighted now.
All right, you want to talk some news?
Let's do some news. Seems really low. That's better. Little jump in the gun there.
A little bit dip in the gun.
So,
All right.
the first story has to do with the music that we're going to put in the background. And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. I'll see. Let's do it for this show and see how we feel about it.
Okay.
But what if this was like in the background for all of our news segments?
This would be awesome, actually.
Okay. So go ahead and play it. I love this music.
Me too.
I would actually turn on my Wii and go to the Wii shop and just leave it in the background
It's
sometimes.
amazing music.
Yeah, it's really calming.
It is.
So the Wii shop went away forever.
What?
So-
It's gone?
It's gone. Like
Wow.
So
How are you
what-
supposed to re-download that
You
shit?
can't.
Oh.
Whatever you got, you got. That's
Wow.
it.
Well, it's really shitty.
Yeah. So we were talking like digital games and Steam and other things. Do you know Ultraviolet? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, like the Blu-ray?
Kind
Like
of.
DVD
you get
or
you
whatever,
get a
yeah.
code in your Blu-ray for Ultraviolet. and
Yeah, you can download it.
Yeah, that went away this week too. All right.
Oh.
You got like till June, I think, to get your stuff or whatever. You can tie it to other retailers. Like I think Walmart has Voodoo, for example.
Oh, Jesus.
It's very confusing. But Wii Shop,
It's gone.
it's gone.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
Well, you
that
got to
is-
cover all the news because I can't get out of this menu, so.
That's fine. Can you turn it up just a little bit? I really want to hear it.
You know your headset is turned down right now.
Okay, fine.
Tim has very sensitive ears, ladies and gentlemen.
My delicate ears.
Is that better?
That's better. So speaking of Nintendo, one of their announcements, was it E3? I think it was E3. They played a logo
Or-
of Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, yeah.
And they did something kind of unusual. I think it was last week.
Oh, is this the big
Yeah,
video?
they had one of the executives come up and kind of
Explain to you why.
sort of apologize and say that the current development progress has not reached the standards we seek in a sequel to the Metroid Prime series, Takahashi said in a development update video posted to YouTube. Nintendo always strives for the highest quality in our games, and in the development phase, we challenge ourselves and confront whether the game is living up to that quality on a daily basis. And according to Takahashi, Metroid Prime was not meeting that standard. We've decided to re-examine the development structure itself and change it. Specifically, we've asked the producer Tanabe to work in trust and collaboration with the studio that developed the original Metroid Prime series, Retro Studios. So that's the good news. They're scrapping the entire development up to this point. They had,
Yep.
I think they had 3 studios involved, and they just did not like how it was going, which is good because going back to the Wii, I believe there was a game called Metroid Other M, which
Yeah.
pretty much critically and
Sucked.
it just didn't. They went in a different direction, which is always. I'm not against that because
It's a risk.
it didn't pay off this time.
No.
So I'm glad to see that Retro getting back because their 3 Metroid games were awesome. But that also means that they will not be having a Metroid Prime game anytime soon. Like probably not even 2020, honestly.
No.
So we're gonna have to wait a while.
Now this is going to be some short 2-hour experience.
No, they're not going to do that. Not after scrapping the game they had, they're not going to throw out something half baked. It'll be good, but it'll be a while.
Or it'll be a flaming pile of dog shit, and it'll still be a while. One or the other.
The other thing I've heard, which is a rumor, is that they have remastered version of Metroid Prime 1 through 3,
Oh, ready for release?
just sitting there for Switch, and they've already remastered it once because it came out on GameCube, and they remastered all 3 on Wii, but they had to kind of compress it, and actually it was missing some visual effects, like to fit all 3 games onto one disc or something, like her gun would flare a certain way in the original
Yeah.
game, and it didn't in the.
Huh.
And coming from GameCube was definitely. I hope they added a little bit of texture or something,
Hopefully.
but I would totally buy that.
Yep.
I think though they'll probably wait to release that closer to that complete.
Oh yeah, to get it hyped up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll see that for a while either, unfortunately. But that would be a cool Christmas surprise.
It's out now.
Yeah, it could be. So this story is a little convoluted, but
Convolute me.
yeah, Facebook. Speaking of games, so you know, like the shitty Facebook games that you and I don't play, like
Yeah, Farmville.
Candy Crush or whatever. There's little microtransactions.
Yeah.
So, new unsealed court documents show Facebook was aware that underage children routinely used their parents' payment information to spend large sums of money on in-game purchases,
Wow.
and the company chose not to fix the problem. For years, it allowed for what it called friendly fraud because it feared implementing protections that would harm revenue. So they're like, yeah, we know kids are spending money on their parents' cards, but we're making all this money.
Yeah, the only thing I can see issue with this though is like the iOS is the same, and so is Android right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What do you mean?
I mean, if you let your kids download a game, and you're
Yeah, but they knew it was a problem and they choose not to address
exactly, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is like iOS and Android do the same thing.
it. Well, still.
Facebook is a schemy ass company though.
Yep, my next story is about Facebook too.
Oh Jesus.
So after this article was published, I think the same thing happened to Google, but Apple blocked Facebook from running its internal iOS apps.
Oh shit.
That is a big deal. Like they have like a special developer keys. So big companies, iOS allows them to run like their own internal software for like, I don't know, inter office communication or whatever. But those privileges are just supposed to be used for within the company. Well, Facebook used their access to do like a tracking app that that like you and me could access, and that was not the intent of that type of license.
Oh shit.
So Apple pulled their whole suite, and then so Facebook the employees couldn't
communicate.
couldn't conduct the business with those apps that they were gotten used to.
Whoa.
So that was a big move on Apple's part. Like
Apple's like, fuck you.
pretty
And
much.
fuck you. And fuck you, Marky.
They're called enterprise certificates. So, and I think the same thing happened to Google. So
Wow.
Apple is like done with this shit. So good for them. And I got two more stories. I'm gonna go through them quicker, hopefully. So EA
It's in the game.
is pushing Anthem right now. They had a free beta weekend. This is like it's a multiplayer shooter. Think like they hate this being compared to
Destiny.
It's Destiny. It's totally Destiny.
Tim, what's your destiny?
So out of nowhere, like right after this big weekend, I've seen ads for Anthem on, like everywhere. They're heavily marketing this game.
Super Bowl. I don't know if they actually had one or not. Don't sue us.
They released this free to play. What's the name of that genre where there's an island in Fortnite? PUBG.
Battle Royale.
Yes, a battle royale game called, I think it's Apex.
Oh yeah, it's the
Apex
Titanfall
Legends.
people.
Yeah, like out of nowhere, like no lead up, no build up.
Yep.
Just boom, here it is, and it's free.
Yep.
Um,
With no Titans.
Now, granted, it's a slightly different style of game, but the timing is really bizarre for it's like they're undercutting like they don't believe in Anthem but they're spending money on it. So I don't know.
Oh, they're spending an ungodly amount of money on it.
On Anthem, and then they just stealth released. And to be fair, Apex Legends is getting pretty good reaction from most people.
Is that the name of it?
I think so. I didn't put the whole title here, and I'm not sure it's that. Anyway, yeah, it is.
Huh.
It is from the Titanfall developers.
Yeah,
And
it actually has been confirmed. It is pre-Titans in Titanfall. It's like
That's the other thing.
chronologically like.
The other theory that they didn't say anything about it before release is because it's from the Titanfall developers. They were worried that with the loot box scandal that like people would be talking trash about it, especially since there's no Titans in the game. There's no wall running. And they were like, you know what? Let's just not say anything. Just release it and let the game stand on its own. That's the other theory. But to me, the timing, like 2 weeks before Anthem's
It's very
launch.
sketchy.
Well, not sketchy. It's just like, what are you doing?
Well, it's sketchy in the fact that, like, is Anthem not going to run well? Like, is it not going to
Maybe.
be good?
There's definitely been some issues with the beta, but I mean, it's a beta, so. All right, moving on to, we're talking about digital purchases and the future of your library.
Okay.
So Epic has decided to get into the games business in a big way. They are, of course, partially funded by Tencent, this Chinese company that has bajillions of dollars. And Epic has a launcher for Fortnite, so they changed that launcher to a game store since everybody already had it. And they've been putting out some games and some free games to make, entice people to use the launcher. But they've kind of fired some shots at Steam with this latest one, which is the next Metro game, Metro Exodus, has been pulled off of Steam and will only be sold on Epic Store.
Yep. They're slowly stealing all the AAAs.
Well, I mean, that's a start. I don't know if that's a AAA. I feel like Metro's
like AA maybe.
something, maybe a B game. But there were pre-orders at one point on Steam for this game, and now you can't buy it on Steam anymore.
So what happens to those people that pre-ordered it there?
They will honor those.
Okay.
Those are the only people so it'll be kind of like a collector's edition, almost like Metro Exodus on Steam.
Exactly.
Like, I'm playing a game that you can't. So we'll see. They, of course, I think we mentioned before that Epic is paying the developers more, a bigger split.
Yeah.
Than Steam. We'll see how this goes. Competition's good. I don't know if exclusives are necessarily good like this. I
mean, it's literally going back down the consoles, basically.
I know, but Metro Exodus could have sold on both, for example. And they're also selling it for cheaper. It's $50 on Epic, where the pre-orders on Steam were $60.
Oh, shit.
So that's interesting. But
well, that's because their percentages are different.
I know, but why not just sell on both and sell it for $50 on Epic?
60 on Steam.
Do some competition that way. I think that would have been better. Anyway, that's 6 news stories. I'm going to stop now.
Okay.
Ready for some tech talk?
Yeah, you ready to talk some tech?
Let's talk some tech. Damn it, I have to talk again.
That wasn't right. Hold on. Guys, technical difficulties for Tech Talk.
Why?
Needs to be louder. Alright, Tim, what are you going to talk about?
That did sound better.
It did.
I want to talk about my new watch. So I've been bitching.
What you talking about?
So I've been bitching about my Sony Smartwatch 3, which served me well for many years, but it was starting to act funny. And I got the TicWatch S2. It's got kind of a sporty design. It's very rugged. I can swim with it. It can withstand extreme conditions and environments. It's got a military rating of something. I can't remember. So U.S. military grade durability. It has Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear, 24-hour heart monitor, GPS. I think it's got storage too and Bluetooth, so I could actually play songs off of it while I was running if I wanted to do that. But what I like about it is it's current. My old watch was not current with Wear OS, so I was missing some features. And it's snappy. It moves really fast. It doesn't wake up the way that my other one did. I have to tap it on the side to wake it up and get all the apps, but the apps work better. I like to find my phone app on it. It does things that my other watch wouldn't do. And the screen looks nice. It definitely has a full charge throughout the day, even if I use it a lot. It says it has two day. I would say it's probably 1.5.
Nice.
The charger's kind of cool. It's magnetic. Just it's got some contact points on the back and it just kind of snaps on real easy. And they sent me an extra one, so that's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a promotion. I'm super happy with it. It was a really good price. It's like $180, I think. Which is like about $100 cheaper than Samsung's.
Yeah.
It fits me really well. It's a larger watch. They have another model that's not as hardened, which looks more round and a little bit smaller. It still doesn't quite this tiny size of the Apple Watch, but I went for this more hardened, rugged one. It's plastic. It's plastic and rubber, but I haven't felt like it's gonna get hurt at work.
Yeah, it definitely looks more like a watch I could wear at work.
Mm-hmm.
My watch right now is I can't wear it at work.
Yeah. So I like it. That's the TicWatch S2.
Sweet. Well, you want to take a break really quick and come right back?
Yes, we can drink some more.
All right, sounds good. We'll be right back, guys. And we are back. Tasty treats in hand. Second half, we are having a old fashioned that we just made down in the kitchen with Winchester whiskey, straight bourbon, and yeah. So
And bitters and orange peel and sugar. It's yummy.
it is. I like old fashions.
Good job, Zach.
Thank you. So
Now we have a drink in hand and we can kick it.
I started.
So, I think for this Kickstarter segment, we should be good cup, bad cup.
okay,
I'll be bad cup, you can be good cup.
okay.
So, my first kick it.
Wait, I'm good cop.
You're good cop,
Oh
sorry.
man, I'm terrible at this. Okay.
Well, it'll be a stretch for you.
Yes.
Honestly, kind of a stretch for me to be bad cop, too. So, long time ago, I talked about the Right Press, which is a copy press, which...
To press it right.
Yes, which had a revolutionary thing which would drop the grounds to the bottom, making less mess. And it was a pretty cool design. Well, I got mine. I fortunately ordered the half-liter model. And, oops, I almost did the same thing you did. I'm going to let you do that. So I got mine after a really long delay. There was many revisions to the design, some of which I really didn't care for, but I'm happy I got mine because, well, let me just let you hear from the engineer in charge of this project. I edited this down, by
When I
the way.
started this campaign, it was to deliver an amazing at-home coffee experience. Right now, our biggest challenge is funding. As you know, we've raised over $1 million in pledges so far. But I also want you to know that I've put most of my life savings into this, about $280,000. But even with that, it wasn't enough to get all the presses out to you guys. And I'm sorry for that. The first factory quitting on us, keeping our tools and our material deposits, was just a massive blow. It cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars. Running out of funding is really slowing things down. I tried to make up for the shortfall personally by putting in a lot of my own money. We need about $30 a unit to ship the presses out to people that are still waiting. That drops to about $20 a unit if the 7,000 people that already have presses
Like me.
also pitched in. So what I'm going to do is send everyone an email with some options outside of the Kickstarter platform. Nothing's going to happen until we solve this funding problem. So please look forward to that email, and I hope you read it when you get it. Thanks again for your support. I know it's been a bumpy ride, and I apologize for that. It's part of the innovation process. You will hear more from me soon.
So, yeah.
Did you get that other email?
I haven't yet.
Oh.
So, I did edit this down from 5 minutes just because he rambles a little bit. He talks about the challenges of the production. I left the one part in where one of the factories basically took his money and then didn't make anything. But
Wow.
even the factory he was working with that made my unit, he's moved from them to another factory. So I'm not sure what's going on.
He's
But
factory hopping?
yes, and he's also made multiple hardware revisions. Like the one I have is not the current. He keeps making new design improvements. He is primarily an engineer and not a business person, and it really shows. I mean, the new model is cool. It's got a bead blasted finish, and it's got a vacuum. I'm not sure why you need this for French press, but it's got a vacuum compartment. Like a thermos, and all these other. It's got magnets for the timer.
He's making it way too expensive.
Well, he keeps tinkering with it, and I don't think he's scamming people per se, but I think he doesn't manage his money well, and he needs to leave the design alone and focus on production. And for him to ask people to throw more money at the project, especially people who are already like me, who already have their thing, why am I going to throw in another $30 so some Joe Schmo I don't know gets his? There's no incentive for me to do that.
Yeah.
It's sad. I wish he hadn't, honestly, thrown his life savings, the $280,000 into this project. That's like chasing. That's a bad decision on his part.
Yep.
I'm not sure what to do instead. Just come clean and say, hey, I don't have the money to finish this. I'm
is
sorry.
Fucked up.
Just quit. But for him to chase after it, and I don't know. It's just, I say all this just to give you guys a cautionary tale. Like, try to look at the project if you're going to back it on Kickstarter, and if you're not sure it's going to come through, at least be willing with that risk. I am with every project I back. I try to back ones that I think have a good chance of actually delivering and coming through.
I thought you were supposed to be being bad cop.
I am being bad cop. I'm saying don't back Kickstarters willy-nilly. Like, look at them. I'm like not being go rah rah.
Okay, so
This is a
go rah rah, go back Kickstarters. Who gives a fuck if you get your product or not? Yeah, good cop. Yeah.
This is a cautionary tale. So yeah, Kickstarters do fail, and this is like a slow-moving train wreck right now. He's doing all of this like outside of Kickstarter now. Like, the email, the give me $30 or whatever the hell he's doing. Like,
You haven't got the email yet?
not yet.
Damn it.
Maybe he's decided not to do it to the people who've already got theirs, because like literally, who's going to send more money after they have their thing?
I mean, there's probably one.
The other thing I cut out was he said he should have never offered free shipping. That he lost a lot of money there.
Well, yeah, free shipping is dumb. Like, I've never had a Kickstarter with free shipping.
So, I'm currently involved in another Caply, which I don't know if I'll ever see the product of that. And they've done some hardware revisions as well, changed the lens. Like, I don't know if I'll actually.
Was that like the pen clip thing? Video camera? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Not sure I'll ever see that one.
Gotcha.
That's fine. So, what is your first kick it?
All right. Summer in Mara.
So, I don't think this actually has audio unless you want to play the music from their SoundCloud. So, you'll have to talk about it.
What?
That sounds awkward when you're just hearing it.
She just had sex.
No, she's like.
Okay, we're not gonna play the audio. No, she did not just have sex, ladies and gentlemen. That is Mara.
I think she's a minor, dude.
I mean, it's probably Japanese, and Q would say that's perfectly fine due to the culture.
Whatever.
Anyways, so you brought this to my attention, and I did back it for the Switch. This is a game cross between, think, Wind Waker and Stardew Valley. So it is an open adventure set on a tropical island where you get the opportunity to take care of your own island and play a summer adventure while farming, crafting, exploring with your boat. So the cool thing about this is it actually has a bunch of lore, and they've actually been sending out regular Kickstarter updates. I've already gotten 2 since I backed it.
Yeah, and if you play the video, which doesn't have audio to go along with it, unfortunately, other than like sound effects and voice, the game looks like it's pretty far along.
Yeah, the game looks pretty well completed. There's some areas where maybe it can be polished up a little bit. So this game is something that I feel 100% confident in backing. You can customize as you want, customize your island, and take care of it as you want, I should say. It's a full open ocean. There's places to travel, people to meet. So there are other islands, and there's different story mode, or not story modes, but like story pitches on each island. Meet different people, and kind of just learn about the history of the island. Another really cool thing about this is that
sorry,
that's all good. I'm trying to find it on the Kickstarter right now. I don't see it. Oh, it's on the planet Kua. And basically there's deities or gods that people have long forgotten, and maybe or maybe not you'll get to see them in this game. So it's got a mystery aspect to it as well, and looks very interesting.
The art is great.
Yeah, the art is amazing.
Kind of reminds me of Studio Ghibli a little bit.
A little bit, especially when you start to get some of the potential gods.
The character design is really cool.
Yeah.
Looks great.
So, luckily, thanks to Tim, I got in on the early sailor of Mara, which sadly you guys will be too late for. It was $15 for a digital download for PC, PS4, or Switch.
And look at these art.
Your name in the credit, and a welcome pack, which equals wallpapers for mobile and PC and other goodies. So now the base level for you guys is $18. Big granddaddy of them all, ladies and gentlemen, is 1,140. The most amazing voyage in Mara. All the above with the ukulele, the Napopo plushie, and a very limited, very amazing, handmade original physical illustration. Also includes handmade original physical illustration, 4 pre-launch access digital download codes, the plushie, a ukulele, diorama of Summer in Mara, physical art book. Each copy is numbered and signed. 4 exclusive prints numbered and signed, digital downloads, physical copies, a welcome pack, and your name in the credits as the commander. There is 3 of 4 of those left. So, Tim, what do you got?
All right, so
Please tell me this has audio.
It does, but I'm not sure this Kickstarter's launched yet. It was supposed to launch by now, which is a bad sign.
Oh, shit.
So
it is not launched.
So I got an email about this one, and so there's a Bubsy game that just came out a little while ago, which did not get good critical acclaim. And you might not even know who Bubsy is. Bubsy was like a attitude character, think like Sonic, but like second tier.
I think I found it. Is this one Bubsy's Paws on Fire Spicy Extras?
Yes.
All right, you want me to play the audio?
Wait, so
this is really fucked up because the link that you sent me took me to their
that's the link they gave me.
Okay, so that took me to their creator account.
Okay, cool. So Paws on Fire is a game that's coming out, and this Kickstarter is for DLC for this game.
Oh shit! So you gotta buy the actual game and then get this DLC.
Yes, and I just think this whole franchise, like, who's clamoring for this? It's like a Sonic kind of wannabe knockoff from the 90s.
Wait, is Bubsy like a character I should know?
No, I mean,
is Bubsy just created?
No, Bubsy literally came out like Super Nintendo era.
Oh.
Like back when all these like cartoon animal like characters had like, you know, attitude and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like after.
So he's kind of like a
same time as like Spyro the Dragon
or like Conquer the.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
He was same time, and then
fucking drink alcohol and show me tits.
Not as cool though. Like Bubsy doesn't do that. So yeah, like last year there was a new Bubsy game that sucked and everybody hated it. But there's gonna be this new game called Paws of Fire, which, to be fair, may be good. We don't know yet. But this Kickstarter is for DLC for this game. And, well, just play the awful thing.
Man, this game is awesome! My paws actually are on fire!
Uncle Bubsy, the game is great! Oh, we don't want it to be over. What about DLC? All the big games have it.
Yeah, we could do
costumes, impossible levels, mini games, new themes, and even a new character!
The sky's the limit! But we're going to need your help.
just as I thought. I had a feeling you'd do it.
Not your help, Uncle Bubsy, the fans!
Heck, with enough support, we can even get those Choice Provisions people to make new costumes for the game.
Oh, and HD screensavers and an OST too. This sounds swell and all, but I don't have an extra 25 or 50K laying around. Does Kickstarter take yarn balls?
No, Uncle Bubsy, it doesn't work like that.
I want to die right now.
As little as $2 if you wanted. All the contributions count towards the campaign goals.
I'm gonna donate
Each and
just
every
to put your
$20.
name on it.
We'll give you a copy
Fuck,
of the
don't
game
do
for
that.
Switch, PS4, or Steam.
And the more you contribute, the more you'll get.
We do have a special tier for a limited edition physical copy of the PS4 version.
When can I
No.
have them? Tomorrow? Today? Tell me!
Patience, Uncle Bubsy.
I know I'm
We'll
getting
get
you
your
for
digital
Christmas.
copy of Bubsy Paws on
Why would
Fire
you waste
on
your money
release
like
day
that?
in April.
And the rest
Just
of the
to see your
stretch goals
face.
and downloadable
You should just
content
wait till
will
next
be
Christmas when
available
it's
in
like
late summer
at GameStop for $2.
2019. Well, I'll be. I put together quite the crowdfunding campaign, haven't I?
Yes, Uncle Bubsy. It's all you, as usual.
Unbelievable.
Okay, the games are such shit that the thank you level, you know, normally the one that just gets you updates
Yeah.
for like $1. Okay, for $2, you get the Thanks Pal tier, which gets you the Bubsy twofer for Steam. Bubsy twofer is both Bubsy 1 and Bubsy 2 on Steam. $10.
You also get a thank you email from Bubsy.
Yeah, fuck Bubsy. All right, 10 gets you the Back Scratcher tier, which is move up to a Steam copy of Bubsy the Woolly Strike Back. I think that's the one that came out that everyone thinks sucks.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that. Okay, $20 is the actual game, I think,
Yeah, actual Steam copy of Bubsy on Fire. Yeah.
on release. And again, I'm confused if Bubsy on Fire is a game or DLC. Anyway, Okay, $20. You can get the On Fire.
Oh yeah, I can get you for PS4.
Fuck, don't do that.
Oh, it's a digital
Please
PS4 copy.
don't
though.
waste your money.
Damn it.
Whatever. Oh god, there's a Switch copy too.
Yeah. Let There Be Music. What the fuck is that?
You get the soundtrack.
Would you want to get a soundtrack on PS4?
I don't know. You get Bubsy 2 for Bubsy the Woolies. Okay, if you were seriously...
Why would you want to get the music on the Switch?
I don't know. Okay, if you were seriously into Bubsy, this is the tier to get.
Which tier?
The Let There Be Music tier for Steam. You get Bubsy Paws on Fire digital Steam, Bubsy Paws on Fire digital soundtrack, digital Bubsy background, digital map, Bubsy the Woolly Strike back on Steam, Bubsy 2 for Steam, and an email, blah, blah, blah. Okay, moving up.
What the fuck is Bit Trip Runner?
That's a running game. It's fine. Okay, moving up to the top tier, which is only $100. The digital Bobcat Complete Pack Pier. It's a lot of shit. And probably is shit. Get your name in the...
Oh, sweet. I'm getting you the $50 tier, Tim.
Fuck.
Let's get physical.
Don't waste your money.
Let's get physical, Tim.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Bubsy on Fire, limited edition, PS4
I'm gonna light
copy.
the game on. You bring it over, I will pour
CD
gasoline
copy
and
of
actually light
Bubsy
it
Paws on Fire OST. He was just talking about it, dude. You also get the digital Bubsy background for your PC. It's also available on Mac. You get the Runner 3 Steam, Runner 2 Steam, Bit Trip Runner Steam, Bubsy the Woolly Strikes Back Steam, Bubsy 2 Fur Steam, and a thank you email.
And there's 60 backers.
Holy shit.
Okay, the $100 level, there's...
That's $300 right there.
The $100 level, there's 25 backers already. It's, I think, most of the stuff you said. Plus
I
some
meant to
other
say 3,000, sorry. Not
plus some other shit. I don't care. Don't. If you like Bubsy, great. I'm happy for you. It annoys the shit out of me.
Bubsy.
Let's talk about a game I actually kind of want to play. Your next kick it,
Oh,
especially with my daughter.
I kind of got fucked up here. Okay.
Well, okay, for
here
some
we go, here
background.
we go.
Well, for some background first, like the Plug and Play shows prided itself on supporting women
We do.
and
We did the
we need to normalize the conversation about women and their difficult time in the month, the period. Like we have gone to an event where we donated.
what is it called? The period pad party or something?
Yeah, yeah. Like there's a shame and a stigma attached to a natural part of every woman's body. Like all the time they have to deal with it, and it's like the butt of jokes, and it needs to be more normalized in our society. And this product, I think, will help with that.
Okay.
Plus, my daughter gets embarrassed about it. And
It's time to change the way we teach menstruation. Introducing the Period Game, a new way to learn about what's going on in the body. As you
I like
play
how
the
there's
game,
one dude
you learn
playing it.
different ways menstruation can
I
affect
play it.
people, and what to do if you have your period. It makes you comfortable saying things like, "Do you have a pad? I'm gonna use a tampon." And
I got my period.
it teaches practical information like the pros and cons of different period products, possible PMS symptoms, and how to handle them. Any questions you ask about the game directly relate back to what's happening in the body. Did we mention it's super fun? It's been play tested with over 200 students of different genders and backgrounds. Here's what a few of them said.
I liked it. I learned new things and became less shameful about periods.
I think the game was very educational. I had a lot of fun, not only because I won.
It was fun for all genders. That makes it so cool.
I'm Daniela, the creator of the Period Game. After years of designing, prototyping, and playtesting, I'm finally ready to bring this game to homes and classrooms like yours. I've got everything lined up. I just need your help to hit the factory's minimum order of 2,500 games. So order a game for your kids, your students, your boyfriend, or honestly, anyone you think could learn a little bit more. Or just donate, because it's time to change the way we teach menstruation and to bust the taboo for the next generation. Period. Let's play. It's time to change.
Damn, you want to play with my period?
Kind of.
It's time.
So, yeah, we should talk about the backing levels. And there's one more video that's pretty short.
Okay. Well, first one I forgot to say this, but it's 28 days ago on this one. 200 backers. They're looking for 35,000. They're currently at 14,532. Backing level, get with the flow for $1. It's a backing retail or backing, get the updates and shit.
I forgot to say how long the Bubsy thing was. Sorry.
If you have any questions, period postcard, Menarch, get the game. and your first period for $39. There's 45 backers at that. The big granddaddy of them all is 1,000 US. The period patron, become a major backer of the game. You'll get 5 signed copies of the game, a period game tote bag. We'll donate 20 games to schools on your behalf. Also, you'll get our endless gratitude, 520 period game tote bag, 3 period game postcards. 2 backers at that level.
Cool.
So, oh wait, sorry.
What?
There's another video you want me to play?
Yeah, it's like why do this game or something.
Okay, hold on. I gotta go to the campaign.
While you're looking for that, I will just let you know that Bubsy is 30% funded with 28 days to go.
Nice.
They are looking for... Hold on.
How to play this game?
Nope. They're looking for $25,000, and they're at $7,720.
Oh, why this matters?
Yes.
There was so much shame associated with anyone knowing that you were on your period.
My first period for me was received like with a sense of guilt. And I couldn't tell why or what was I guilty of.
And I asked the entire class in front of the teacher, saying, teacher, like, what is this story about like girls bleeding every month? And the teacher said, that's a really inappropriate question to ask in class, and everyone laughed at me.
I didn't know that my period had anything to do with reproduction or the correlation of that until I was in 10th grade biology class.
And just the fact that it was framed as something that was bad or something that you should keep a secret made it a bigger deal. It prevented anyone from actually asking questions.
My education about periods was bare bones. Maybe make it a little fun.
So, yeah. I just think it needs to be more normalized. So, that's
we should
cool.
actually send this over to that.
To what?
To that woman that we met when we did that one party.
Yeah, I'm not sure which... I think you're...
I know. I have contact with her.
Yeah, I do too.
So
I thought it was a cool project. And the game's like only $40.
Yeah,
and
it
drops
cheap.
marbles out of a uterus. I mean, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty cool.
So,
all right. So those are Kick-Its. Right?
You want to talk about? Yeah, it is. Do you want? Well, I mean, there's more, but well, we should probably do this one.
You want to do that one too?
I mean, is it cool? You gave it to me.
Yeah.
All right.
It's based off a card game that I enjoy.
All right, sweet. So can we play the audio?
Yeah.
Hey, you! You look like the adventuring type. The type who kicks down doors, slays monsters, backstabs your friends, all while grabbing as much loot as you can. Well, you're in luck, because a whole new adventure is coming your way, bringing fantastic new tools and toys, along with the classic Munchkin heroes and monsters that you know and love. Now, in 3D... Saban and Steve Jackson Games bring you Munchkin Dungeon. 2 to 5 daring explorers will push their luck to kill monsters, level up, and grab tons of loot on their way to fantasy fame and fortune. Or at least bragging rights. But the dungeon denizens won't just let you take their stuff. And by denizens, I mean unprecedented and awesome miniatures of monsters chasing you from room to room. Meanwhile, the boss lurking in its lair doesn't take kindly to trespassing munchkins. At least you've got your friends to help you, right? Wrong. Backstabbers, all of them. It's okay. You'll get your revenge soon enough. This dungeon's still got that old school take-that gameplay, after all. Fight your way through friends and foes alike. And get famous, or get lost. So, prepare for backstabbing, loot-grabbing fun in Munchkin Dungeon.
Oh, that's very cool.
You never played Munchkin, have you?
Nope.
It's a fun card game. We should play it sometime.
We should. 11 days ago, 4,217 backers looking for 200,000. They're currently at 394,682.
It's a lot more expensive than the last game we talked about, though.
Very much. $60 get you Dangers and Dungeons pledge. Get you the core box, all applicable stretch goals, and exclusive elf heroine. And $90 gets you Advanced Dungeons which is the core box, stretch goals, the exclusive elf, and side quest expansion. So, yeah. Get yourself some Munchkin Dungeon. Do you want to talk about some video games?
Yes.
What have you been playing?
A lot.
Let's do this.
Okay, so yesterday, for example, I played almost all day. And then...
What?
When I was supposed to be
the fuck?
working on Sunday...
What the fuck?
It was nice. I played through the entire Anthem demo on...
wow.
That was... I sent you some video.
On PS4?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a little rough around the edges. You start the demo in like this hub world town thing.
Okay.
And there's only like 3 characters you can interact with. And this is important because it's from BioWare, the people who did like Mass Effect and Dragon's Age.
Okay.
And like dialogue and storytelling is like a big deal.
Yeah.
And like none of the interactions, you talk to a bartender, there's a scientist guy he kind of gives the quest, and one other person, I think a mechanic or something. And then everyone else you can't talk to in the demo, which is fine, it's a demo, but I don't know, that weirded me out. It actually puts you right in front of a person when you start the demo, like right in your field of view, like right in front of you, and you can't talk to that person.
It's weird as fuck.
It's really weird. That turned me off right away. Then I got into the actual fighting. You pilot these javelins, which are like these exosuits. You can fly in them
like
with jetpacks.
Avatar shit.
No, you're actually inside of them. So you're like you have the shell on you, like kind of like a Spartan.
Okay.
But it has jetpacks, and the flying was pretty cool. I didn't like the shooting doesn't feel as good as like say Destiny. Like, the only way I could tell I was hitting like some enemies was like they don't stagger really, or like it took me a long time to figure out there's these big like blocky mech things.
Okay.
And I was shooting and nothing was happening, and then I finally figured out just from the little damage numbers that I needed to hit like these like tanks on the back that held like fuel or something. It just, I don't know. And like it does the thing in Destiny where you're like, you got to protect this spot and everybody swarms you, and like all the enemies are concentrated in one area, but you've got this, mech thing that flies around. So like, I don't know, especially after coming up for something like Titanfall or Destiny, like the combat is not dynamic enough for me.
Yeah.
The worlds look nice. The jungle environment was pretty cool, but it wasn't like, oh wow, this is really cool, I want to see. It was just okay. So nothing really stood out to me, and I mean, maybe the final project will have more story, and that would be cool for me. But you have to kind of go, and I think you can play alone, but it was a lot harder for me. I actually kind of broke my own normal thing, and I went and played with randoms, and that worked out okay until we got to this one puzzle room where you have to go to these different slots and change a symbol to something else.
Yeah.
And I figured out that like if you look around, you'd see like the symbol like
on the wall, or
yeah, but I'd change it to that, and then I'd fly away to the next one because it's like the 4 compasses.
Somebody else to come back and change it.
Yeah, it took for fucking ever to open the door because people kept changing it. Like, and I didn't have my headset on because I really don't want to hear from other players.
Yeah.
So that I don't know. If you were playing with friends, it'd probably be a better experience. But still, my criticisms of the shooting and the other stuff would be
weird.
So we'll see. I'm kind of bummed because I love prior games from BioWare, but I don't think this game is for me.
Lame. I like Dragon Age, so
yeah. I mean,
it's not Dragon Age, though.
Not at all. I've also bought Spider-Man used for $25. After playing or watching Spider-Verse, I wanted to play Spider-Man again. I rented it from Redbox originally, but only played it for like an hour. I didn't really get into it. That game is beautiful, and it really gets the web.
Did you get to the part where the guy proposes, and then the girl is already dumped him by the time the game come out?
No.
Lame.
It's cool. It's an open world game. There's so much to do, so I don't know if I'll finish the game, but I had fun swinging around. You can swing around the city really well. That's really cool. There's a lot to learn in this as far as the combat. It's got
Can you do flips?
Oh yeah.
Flips and then webs and then flips and flips.
You can do dives and like you do.
Can you have a skateboard and flip off the skateboard into a web?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Lame.
I also played a little bit of Life is Strange 2 Episode 2 with my daughter, but I kind of put that on hold because I've heard it kind of stomach punches you, and I wasn't ready for that emotionally this week.
No.
So I'll get back to that. I played a ton of Super Mario Odyssey at work, and I kind of got back into that game. Like, it's actually fun. To just, I don't know. I kind of played it when it came out.
Mario Odyssey is actually, it's kind of a good game.
Yeah, it kind of is. I kind of dropped off of it. I can't remember what came out that made me distracted from it, but
was it Zelda?
No, because that came out before.
I know.
But yeah, I collected like 9 moons at work and
wow, shit,
beat 2 levels. New Donk City is ridiculous. Like that's the level I was in. That's where I stopped for some reason. It's actually a really good level. It's like a New York City basically. Yeah. And it's super weird, like just having like normal people around Mario who's like half their size, but he's also human. But like
they like don't ever react to his. They're like, oh, we're not gonna mention the short person in the room.
No, they talk to him, but they don't mention that he's different. Yeah, and
very strange.
It's really, really weird. And that's where they play that kind of famous song. You collect all these musicians, and there's like a festival, and and the mayor of the town sings to you. It's very bizarre. It's like the most fever dream Mario game I think I've ever played, and that includes Mario Galaxy. So
it's a very odd Mario game.
Yeah, it's a weird game. I also, speaking of weird games, there's nothing weirder than this one. Kingdom Hearts 3 finally comes out like 14 years after Kingdom Hearts 2.
This is like the Disney game.
Disney plus Square.
Square Enix?
Square Enix.
Oh, weird. So the Final Fantasy shit too. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've developed their own bizarre lore with this like Company 13 or something. Like the story's incomprehensible. I watched 2 YouTube videos to kind of catch me up to the story because, like I said, it's been 14 years, and it still makes no fucking sense. Like people can split off their body from their heart and their soul and make new people, and like people are hiding their hearts inside of other people.
What?
Like people are always changing into other people and like changing their names, and it's just a nightmare to keep track of people because like this guy will become this guy and he's good now, but
so you need to have a wall with pins and yarn.
So I'm just not worrying about the story. I'm like going around and like
not having fun.
No, I'm having fun so far. But what makes it cool is you go to all these Disneylands and you get to just fight shit. If you don't worry about the story too much, you're like, okay, I sort of know that guy from the past, but whatever. I thought he was a bad guy. Oh, okay, he's all right now. I don't know. But they keep introducing new mechanics, like different systems. Like they keep loading systems after systems after systems.
The fuck?
Like different fighting systems, different magic systems. Like there's base magic.
Don't worry, there's gonna be a collecting element from like Skyrim where you gotta collect
some of the magic,
7,000 cheese rolls.
Like you build up like power meters and you can unleash these attacks that are just fucking crazy. They're like Disney.
So it's like
they're like Disney rides. Like you are fighting a bunch of enemies and all of a sudden you're in like one of the rafts at California Adventure, just like splashing all around the stage, like destroying fools in your wake. And it's just a big, messy, stupid, huge spectacle. I'm enjoying it.
This sounds nightmarish.
It's bizarre. There's really nothing else like Kingdom Hearts.
This does not sound fun.
It's not your kind of game at all.
No.
This one might be. It's called Mage's Tale. I got a code from the developer. I think it came out on Vive. It's a story that happens between Bard's Tales, and you are a mage whose master gets kidnapped, and you have to use the move controllers. So each hand, you can like cast spells by actually casting them with your arm.
Okay.
You can hold up a shield, and you're going through the dungeons, and I'm still kind of getting used to the 3D movement shift.
It's PSVR?
PSVR.
Nice.
Sorry, thank you. But it's very immersive. Like, you have to like turn around because enemies can attack you from any direction. It's really good.
So you need to be standing in this game.
I'm doing it sitting, and it's been okay.
Oh, that's right, because you can move your camera with your left hand or right hand, right?
So the movement has been a little bit challenging. There's supposed to be also a PlayStation Pro update. I hope so, because some of the textures are a little muddy, especially when you're talking to your little goblin helper guy. When he flies away, it's really hard to see him in the background. But it's cool to like walk around in a dungeon and throw fireballs and shit.
That's pretty cool.
Like everything you do by hand too. Like when you're making, you find these crystals and you make new powers like lightning or ice or whatever. You go back to this this weird never realm, and you go up to your cauldron and you mix it and shit. And it's cool. It's a lot of fun so far.
Sweet.
So yeah, I tried to get through that fast. Sorry, a lot of games.
It's fine.
What are you playing?
I don't have a whole lot. Diablo 3.
Yep.
Played some more over at Guys Night.
Which character are you mainly playing now?
I'm playing the warrior, not the one I made at your house. So I'm like level 61 or something like that now.
Wow.
I
tried playing that again, by the way, by myself, and it's hard.
We just need to do it like on a Friday night.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot better playing with at least one other person.
It's a lot more fun. Red Dead Redemption 2, I jumped back into that because you gave me a game, and then I realized I can't exit my Red Dead disc.
Why?
Because if I exit my Red Dead disc, then it'll force me to update it when I put it back in, and then I'll lose the gold bar glitch.
Oh my gosh.
So I gotta beat Red Dead before I play another game.
So you need more.
I'm legitimately held hostage.
So you need more gold still, or?
But on my next character, I need gold.
You're literally never gonna update your PS4 now.
Exactly.
Son of a bitch.
So then I've also jumped
Guess
in.
I'll take my game back.
Yeah, don't let me forget to give it to you. Arena of Valor. I've been jumped into that as well.
That's the MOBA on Switch?
It's a MOBA on Switch.
Is it only on Switch?
I think it's also on iOS.
Okay.
So it was fun for a while. We did really well for like a handful of games. And then it was just like we got like matched up with like pros, and we were playing the free characters. Every like week they give you a new set of free characters unless you pay for them.
Right.
These guys had paid characters, so their like base stats and everything were like double ours.
Oh, that sucks.
They could just like start off the game and like destroy us. So
that's
so
shitty.
we played a handful of games with the same fuckers over and over and over again. So it was like there was only like 6 of us playing in the whole world apparently.
Or at least I don't know if it matches you locally, sort of like local servers.
I don't know.
That's disappointing.
Yeah,
you should be able to pay to win.
Yeah, I mean I don't really know if it was like exactly pay to win.
Well, if their stats are double yours, that's.
I mean yeah. It's not that their base stats are about the same as ours, but their attacks are stronger right out of the gate.
That's not the same stats then.
I don't know. It's confusing. It's fucking MOBA. It's just really shitty when a MOBA is like a literally pay to keep same characters or pay to win. So, yeah. Anyways, that is what I've been playing this week. You want to do game releases? Looks like you got a little thank you here.
Yeah. We got this list thanks to the hard work of Gavin Sheenan of Bleeding Cool.
Oh, cool.
And I just want to give him a shout out, that's all.
Oh, sweet. So coming out this week, guys, Avenger Bird Switch Away. Journey to the Unexpected. Well, I mean, if you're going on a journey and you knew what you were going to do, was it really a journey?
I mean, if you just got picked up and dropped somewhere, maybe.
I mean, I guess. PS4. The Book of Unwritten Tales 2, Switch.
Wait a minute.
Yep, exactly.
If it's a book, how can it be unwritten?
Because it's in Braille.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun! Etrian Odyssey Nexus 3DS. Whoa, holy shit, there's a 3DS game. Etrian Odyssey Nexus 3DS. Or did I say Nexus?
One's a Nexus, one's X.
Yeah, I don't know.
How would you know which one to play?
Fuck if I know. It's like Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue.
Maybe.
Pick your poison.
Mm-hmm.
The Hong Kong Massacre. I want to play that. PS4. Kadath.
You can't because you'd have to update your PS4.
Oh, shit. Tim, come to your house to play that. Kadath. PC. Melbit's World PS4. The Occupation PC, PS4, Xbox One. The Path of Modus Switch. Riot Civil Unrest Switch. Spike Volleyball PC, Xbox One. 39 Days to Mars Xbox One. Riot Civil Unrest Xbox One. Credit Bandai Namco.
You just read anything that's on there.
Yep. What the fuck?
I copied and pasted. Yeah, it's not supposed to be there.
Oh.
Don't read that.
Well, I was like, Credit Bandai Namco. Wait, what? Report ad.
No, you dipshit.
Tim's really fucked this outline up. Ape Out PC Switch. Away Journey to the Unexpected Switch. BlazBlue Central Fiction Space Edition.
Look for Q's review on buttonsmashers.com.
Oh, I guess I should read the real name then. It's actually called BlazBlue Central Fiction Special Edition.
Just sounds like something he would play.
It does. Defense Grid 2 Switch Evoland Legendary Edition. Check out Tim's review on the Nintendo Switch at thebuttonsmashers.com because Tim's already played Evoland.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You start as it's like a retro game, and like it starts really basic, and like things get better and better. It's hard to explain. It's neat.
Yeah,
if you like older games.
Observer Switch.
I played that. It's fucked up. I don't know if that's a good match for the Switch. Whatever.
Plane Mechanic Simulator PC. My plane crashed. Revere.
Sweet Ass Edition.
Sweet Ass Edition. Check out the Switch from Q at thebuttonsmashers.com.
It's sweet as, but come on.
99 moves, but a bitch ain't one. Nintendo Switch. Aces Denied. I'm just gonna go with Aces. It's actually Access, but Away, Journey to the Unexpected, Xbox One, City of Bass, Brass, Switch, God Eater 3.
I just looked down in the second to last one. Oh my gosh.
Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 2.
I know y'all been waiting for that.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, Switch. Pipe Push Paradise. Check out Q's review at thebuttonsmashers.com.
Pipe Push. Come on. If that's game not...
If Princess Peach isn't in this game, I'd be very upset.
That game has so much potential.
It does.
If it's rated like E for everyone, I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Yes. Yokai Watch 3.
Pipe Push Paradise.
Alright, that's the name of this episode. Alright, guys. Well, until next week, don't forget to check us out at facebook.com/plug-and-play show, Twitter and Instagram at plug-and-playcast, youtube.com/plug-and-play-gamer, thebuttonsmashers.com, and until next week, don't forget to prime and shine.
I'd push those pipes.